So these landslide deposits, we just don't know when they occurred and so on.
She thought they were Pleistocene.
This is Anyone.
Yeah. Some of them are quite a ways away from the escarpment with no intervening deposits, so they've actually come down as flows. And down at Bambaroo, they go out up to, I think, 12 kilometers from the escarpment.
Really? Goodness me.
So when we got this age of 3,000, I think it was a validate one. It was a nodule and had air bars on it, but it suggested no, it wasn't Pleistocene, it was Holocene. Holocene.
Okay.
Begs the question, well, what triggered these things?
Yes. I mean, the whole coastline, I mean, you've got an escarpment running along this coastline, and it's very steep facing the sea, and the whole coast is littered with these landslides, so it'd be good if we could get a chronology of them to see if they're... I mean, could they be linked to climate? Well, climatic patterns and cycles?
A couple of things. One, when sea level came up, that this coastline, especially the shelf edge, had earthquakes. So we get rented earthquakes about 5.6 on the shelf.
Okay.
That's about as big as you get in the city basin.
Right.
So the Newcastle earthquake, 89, started bringing down buildings in Newcastle. It was 5.6.
Gosh.
As sea level came up, there are also landslides off on the shelf.
Submarine?
Submarine.
Yeah.
And as sea level came up, the idea is, well, you fluidize all these loose sediments and they slip. That's the hypothesis, and what the government realized after Indian Ocean tsunami, that it hadn't a clue what was out there, so it mapped them.
Oh, so the continental shelf has been mapped now.
They mapped them to see where they were, how many there were, and what they were. There was two published papers, and some geologists at Sydney Uni took a boat up and down and did some work on these.
Yeah.
But again, there's no idea what the age is.
No.
Whether they can still happen today.
Yes.
So at present, the hypothesis is, well, the shelf got loaded.
Okay.
It's a very narrow shelf.
So too much sediment on it,
and fluidized this sediment that was dried out, and weathered, and it just went.
Okay.
And then you come ashore and you find these things.
Yeah. Which are huge.
It would take. I think it isn't a high rainfall event. This area had. We're very close to Helensburgh, which had 1950 3 meters of rain.
Wow.
It had a meter of rain in April.
In the month of April?
In the month of April, it had catastrophic flooding.
Goodness, yeah.
And nothing like this was moving. There were no flows.
Okay.
Things were flooding, but there were no flows.
There were no landslides, no.
There was some land slips, some land movement of this older material started moving.
So reworking, remobilizing. Yeah.
It begs the question. I mean, it's an escarpment, sandstone. You have to get a lot of weathered material coming off there as tailless to build up a substantial deposit.
Yes. Yeah.
What brought it out?
Yeah. So possibly then it's triggered by earthquake activity. Some of that.
Yeah. But then the biggest earthquake is 5.6.
Right. So it's not going to do a great amount.
The legend we have of a comet coming into the coast really comes from the Werrong tribe, which is up above Nowra.
Okay.
And
it's further down the coast from here.
They said this thing occurred all night. There was a big object in the middle of it, and the whole ground shook.
Okay. Right.
So it's very succinct, and it looks like one of the best scientific descriptions of an earthquake.
Right.
Or, sorry, a comet.
Yes. Yeah.
But they do very specifically say the earth shook.
Goodness. So earthquake, or perhaps a comet impact that created seismic activity that was enough to shake the escarpment.
Don't know.
Yeah. Or possibly climate change, climate patterns. So, I mean, really, we need a whole suite of dates on these.
Well, this is the maximum. This coastline is one of the few coastlines in the world where you approximate maximum probable rainfalls.
Right.
And you can do that. I mean, maximum probable rainfalls are based on catchments.
Yeah.
And the smaller the catchment, the higher the catastrophic flash flooding.
Right.
And so, look, you've got one of the smallest catchments you can possibly get.
Yes, very narrow here on the coast,
And you've got this escarpment right at the ocean.
Yeah.
And you get warm currents here.
Yes.
So we had those thunderstorm clouds last night.
Right.
They're the type of thing, if the wind switched from the east, they come in, and that gives us our catastrophic flooding rains and wind.
Okay.
And they're up there in you can plot them on a little curve of catchment size versus amount of rainfall. And, the Dapto flood event, February 74, plots on that curve, and it's up there with some of the higher ones.
Right.
There's about 900 millimeters of rain in 9 hours.
Oh, that's a lot.
And they think it was shorter than that.
Oh, really? So the rapid response time then from the rainfall.
And this thing flooded I saw a small creek, and we were going back in feet at that time. We were 70 feet up, and there was a house there on a driveway, and they had the carpet out drying it. And we questioned whether the water had come down the slope through the house. And they said no, it came up from the creek.
Oh, right,
and they had to escape through the back windows.
Really?
As the water came up in this small creek.
Yeah.
Well, I just looked around, and we were 70 feet up.
Yeah. My goodness.
So what I'm saying is this coast gets catastrophic flooding. It's maximum probable rainfall. It's on the roll curves up there with some of the higher ones for these type of catchments.
Yeah. Incredible.
And darn, it's not bringing down the landslide deposits.
No. Because what we do have here, we're stood in the base of this creek that's dissecting through a landslip deposit, and we can see the boulders quite clearly eroding out of the slip deposits either side. But what we don't see, obviously, this is the creek itself is probably due to high rainfall, high discharge, and the downcutting. But there's no landslips within it related to the events that may have.
Because there's no more material to come out of here.
Well, that's a possibility, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. But it's already all down here. Interesting.